Welcome to another episode of Truthcast. Yes, and like we promised last time, we said Nini sim concentrate. And the queen is talking.
Concentrate.
Well,
Trade.
Yeah. Ebu achana na watu. Welcome to another episode of Truthcast. And like we
Yes.
promised last time, this time we'll be talking to you about attachment styles, personalities. Na hiyo ni boundaries. Yes, that's what we want to do today. Hata mi sijui, so I'll be learning as you're learning. The master of this class is Spencer. Clap for Spencer.
Madam
Woo!
Psychology.
Yes, Madam Psychology. We usimuone hivi.
Psychiatrist.
Amen, God. Boundaries, dictionary na define boundary kama limit.
Psychologist herself.
Okay.
Place you're not allowed to cross, or a place that you're not authorized to access. Okay, so even in relationships, in wherever, whether it's boy girl relationships, marriages, even at work, relationships with colleagues, bosses, juniors and seniors,
Yeah.
it's the same. There are some things that you're allowed to say, and there's some that you're not allowed to say. And boundaries are unique to different people. Like, for example, there are some jokes that Sioka and I can make that will pass. But if she makes them with someone else, it's going to be a very big problem.
Yeah.
So boundaries are unique to the kind of friendship that you have,
Yeah.
or to the kind of situation at hand. For example, juniors in an organization can have jokes that they'll not share with other juniors or even with their seniors. And the vice versa is also true. You understand? So the main thing that you need to know is boundaries are unique. So you set boundaries based on how you relate to that person. And if you remember what we talked about last time is, what season are you in with this person? What season of if this person is going through something, there are some jokes you cannot be making. If this
Yeah.
person is dealing with loss, you can't be playing zile memes, salam alaikum. So boundaries, and they evolve. If you might, boundaries also evolve. That's point number 2. If 2 years ago you were okay with someone calling you sasa wewe, it is okay for you to be like, no, don't refer to me as sasa wewe.
Yeah.
Refer to me appropriately. I don't fancy it when you call me that way. So boundaries evolve. Again, they also evolve with the friendship. If you guys have become tighter, there are some jokes that will pass and others will not pass. That doesn't mean that boundary has become weak. It just means that the connection has become tighter and things have become different. For example, even in a work environment, if you have a senior who was still working with you when you were starting out your job, they'll be like, he's still an amateur, but they're still learning. But 2 years into the job, they'll be like,
They expect you to pull up your power.
yeah, and even how they correct you is going to be different.
Different, yes.
Yeah. So also boundaries are also number 3. They're unique to the personality of the person, which is where we were supposed to go to.
So may I have a question? Are you saying that there's some boundaries that are unsaid?
Yeah,
For
that's
example, the example you have given when someone is going through a certain phase, there's some things or some jokes that you can't be joking about.
Yes.
It's not funny to make some dark jokes when someone is going through a dark time.
Yeah.
So you're saying there are boundaries that go unsaid.
Yes, that's what I've said. They're unique to the kind of relationship or situation that is at hand. So it might even be a boundary for you, so that you protect the relationship. Because at the end of the day, what boundaries do is they make the relationship stronger. And if you remember what you said in the last, how we agreed in the previous video, assess your relationships and find out, is this a relationship that I am willing to keep? Yeah. So if this is a relationship that I'm willing to keep, and this person has set this boundary, or I want to set this boundary for the sake of this relationship, you understand? And then even as much as boundaries are unique to our friendship, you might have a boundary that I have a problem with, and we will still maintain friendship. But since it's a boundary for you, I have to honor it.
Respect it.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
And for I'll not say that example, it was a weird one. So in as much as boundaries are unique, it doesn't mean that all boundaries are accept, as in the are enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And setting boundaries are usually very hard.
It's oof.
It's very hard. Like, for example, Maggie, a long time ago when you started dating and I used to make some jokes, you used to be like, I don't like that joke. That was a boundary.
Oh, okay.
I think I used to make fun of some situations that it is
Okay.
good for us not to mention. But I used to make fun of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said me, I don't like it when you do this. That's a boundary. And now I was able to know that this is not something that Maggie likes doing. It used to make me laugh. But
It's not funny to you.
yeah, it's not funny to Maggie.
her.
And it might cost me the
The
friendship.
friendship, yes.
Yeah, so that's how boundaries are formed. And now now introducing personalities, we'll learn about boundaries as we continue, but now introducing personalities, the reason I'm saying that boundaries are also made more unique by the different personality types that we have is, for example, if you have two friends, that one is an introvert and the other one is an extrovert. No, let me not even use that one. For example, if you have two friends, one loves hugs and the other one doesn't love hugs, and you guys and you're going to introduce this friend to someone, she's free to choose whether they want to hug the person or not. And this is because of their personality type. She's more conserved. He or she prefers to get to know you better before they can have physical
A certain
contact.
level, yeah. Okay.
Una get Maggie? Nafinya macho.
That's interesting.
Okay, nafinya macho juu niko na swali. So okay, or maybe utajibu ukiendelea. I'll be patient kama ni kitu utajibu ukiendelea. So you've said that there are boundaries that are unsaid. Sindio? What if those boundaries that you think are unsaid to someone else, they're
It's
not
not as
really
common sense.
unsaid? You really have to say it to them.
Okay. The reason why we said that the boundary is unsaid is because of the situation that is at hand. Because there's a difference between unsaid boundaries and expectations.
So mtu akwe tu na common sense.
Like they read the room situation.
Yeah.
I can't be at a funeral. I
Kama?
can't be hee-hee-haing
Okay.
at a funeral. It's like standard procedure in that place.
Yeah, or if someone is trying to have a serious conversation with you and you're laughing.
Like I was trying to be serious at the beginning of this show, and the two of you were laughing.
Yeah, but you see, now in this case, that one is. In this case, that one does not become a boundary, it is an expectation.
So
Because
let me ask
boundaries
you.
are supposed to protect a relationship. Please bear that in mind.
Please, Maggie, listen.
I am trying. I am trying. Si ndio na mtu ana student mwenye anauliza maswali ni student mzuri. Si ndio?
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, the reason I'm asking, we won't delve deep into this situation, but you remember the situation with this person who thought I wanted their person.
Yeah.
Now, is that
Hey.
a boundary or an expectation?
So if this
That I shouldn't don't smile so much.
No, that one is
don't
actually
talk
neither
so
of
much.
them. Let me not even get into it.
no, uko na emotions.
Just say
Already
yes
there.
or no, Basi.
I don't think it's either of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's either of those.
For me,
Be kinder.
I'll say for in that case, in your situation, Maggie, your friend was insecure.
That is what I was not trying. I was trying not to say that
Okay.
because they watch this.
But we've not said
Your friend was insecure.
Okay, so we can say it.
Your friend was insecure.
carefully.
Your friend was insecure. Maybe she was insecure because if she had a problem with how you were apparently smiling with their person, if she would have come and said, "Hey Maggie, I've noticed that I would prefer for you
From
to not
the
to
word
do
go,
that,
Cindy,
that should
yes.
have been a boundary that would have been
Yes,
placed.
yes,
You
yes,
understand?
yes, And I would have understood that.
And that
Yes.
boundary would have saved that friendship. But right now, we don't even know where
We are
that
past
friendship
that.
is.
Right now, I think it's giving insecurities and work on yourself.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
then
it's
also how boundaries are also communicated. Some people communicate boundaries after they have been crossed. You understand? So I come and take your chips from your plate, and then you're like, me, I don't like sharing my
But
food.
you see, it's because you don't know you want that to be a boundary until it is done to you.
And exactly, that is also true. So that's why I said boundaries are unique to a friendship,
Okay.
to a relationship, to the situation, to wherever. So what I normally say is create the boundaries anyway.
Okay.
Usiseme tu ati sasa hakuwa anajua lakini mi siku like benye alichukua chipo yangu.
Wende mwambie.
Mwambie tu najua tukua tumeisema but next time
Don't do that.
niambie mi nikupe na fork yangu.
Yes.
Ama niambie
Nikubakishie,
nikugawie, sitaki kushare na wewe kutoka kwa plate yangu. However petty it might sound,
Yes.
you feel like that's you. So create the boundary anyway. That it has been crossed does not mean it cannot be created. You understand? You see the way the government keeps coming and saying this is government you see that the government comes and says this is government property. Do not ulipiga hapa picha jana.
Yeah.
Leo
Now there's a
unaambiwa
sign.
usipige picha hapa. That's a boundary. Create it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's deep.
Because it will still protect the relationship. Create the boundary anyway. Aya, sasa tukuje hii side ya personality.
Yeah.
Utanotice siwezi. I have to some juice and sauce. Based on on the personality of the person, they'll determine how the boundary is created. For example, me, I have a friend who, if she's meeting someone who's new to her and she doesn't know you, she might not even shake your hand, and she means well. She just be like, "Oh, you're Maggie. Very good to meet you."
I have Yani, I recently met someone who says they don't shake hands with the first
Why are you shaking hands?
until they're very comfortable with you. Otherwise, mtafanya na hivi.
Hiyo hata
Hadi
afanyi.
afraid.
Hata watakwambia tu.
Huyo hata agoti. What personality is that?
It's not a personality, it's just a preference. For them, that is a boundary for them. They
Yeah.
want to get to know you first before. It's just like for me. For me, this is not weird. I think I've mentioned it. Once I share a pillow with you, yeah, we slept on the same bed.
Yeah. Tumefika.
We are, and I'm talking about friendships. Please.
Viewers.
Yeah, friendships. You remember there's a certain situation where I was very mad because I was like, me and this girl had sleepovers and we slept on the same bed. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened because for me,
toxic relationship.
By the way, nakumbuka kwenye episode ingine.
that one I thank God we were just beginning. So God pulled me out just when. So you remember, for me that was a very painful thing because I've let you
I
in
remember
into my
Tiffany, she was using this example of
She kissed me on my cheek.
yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
way
was
Judas
so-
kissed Jesus.
It was betrayal. Tell me
She was
another
marking you
example.
for betrayal.
Tell me another example. So for me, I feel like that's, using that example, I feel like that's a violation because for me, once I've let you into a space like that, it's deep. You get, it's deep. And I'm usually very ready to pan the waters because this is already where we are at. So when when something comes and happens and you act all brand new, you're in a listing.
That's true.
So I think one thing I've learned is to set boundaries with friendships because I realized a while ago that I do too much too fast. Okay.
Really?
I'm
We'll
ready
get
for
there.
us to paint each other's toes.
We'll get there.
and
Really?
Yeah.
We'll get there. So let's come back to personality, and I like that perspective that you brought. Come on, if someone prefers something to be done a certain way, she wants it that way. And Maggie, we can't name all the personalities in the world. Hapana, ziko mob. Kuna different kinds of personality tests that kuna zenye zinatumikanga ku define the kind of leadership that someone portrays. Like all of us are leaders in our own way, but our leadership styles will be different. Yeah. So we can't name all the personalities in the world. And then also personalities are unique to the chemical composition of the brain.
Mad.
Hey, sawa professor.
Nakwambia.
Unasikia venye tunaambiwa
Tunajuaje
tutafika
degree
tu
ya 4
hapo.
years ndio hii?
Hey, school fees.
Ama-
So report niliandika, but anyway, let's come back to personality. So have you ever been in a situation where you know if you do something to a friend, they'll definitely be pissed about it?
I have.
Sindio?
Yeah.
That is also an unsaid boundary.
Okay.
Because you know
You know, or you already know.
yeah, you already know
Okay.
how it is going to
Yes,
affect the
Yes.
Party.
yeah. So who has
Hiyo
created
umekubali? Yes.
yes.
So I'm learning.
Yeah, it's a good
I'm enjoying the
thing.
class.
Yeah. So How do you know that that boundary was not necessarily created, but since you were able to understand this person, whether it's your boss, your friend, mom, dad, relative, because you're able to understand this person, you are able to know this is not a boundary I want to cross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tuko pamoja mpaka hapo.
Pamoja, my sister.
So now bringing this side of that Yokao brought, she wants to do too much too fast.
Yeah.
Kusema pana.
Me, I don't
It's
believe you
about-
do
it's
too
a-
much too fast.
I think I do.
Ama kwani nilikuwa nimekubwaje tukimit? You are not doing too much too
Why are
fast
we
with
always
me.
going back to that?
Jahil.
Jahil. It's been 8 years.
Jahil.
8.
Hey,
Hey.
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Lakini
We
tumeanza
have
tumeanza
sister
kuclick
marriage that has stayed
juzi.
longer than other.
Tumeanza kuclick juzi. I suffered
Ati
in this
juzi.
relationship.
Unani hurt.
Anyways, fine. Let's go back to the teacher.
So, for someone like Maggie who does who's not very conversant with attachment styles.
Yeah, I don't know anything. But nimesikia anxious. Kuna mtu aliniambia you're anxiously attached.
Did you know what it meant?
They explained kidogo, nili understand kidogo.
Do you
They gave
remember
an
what they said?
example.
Yeah.
They said that maybe I am the kind of person, nimekukall ujashika simu. I'd want to know, why have you not received my call? Kwani, where are you? What are you doing? And for real, I'm like that. With, of course, not everyone, special people. And or something like, we've had a fallout. I'm the type of person I want us to sit. Let's sit and deal with it. You get?
Nice.
Yes, I'm not the person.
Immediately.
Let's talk about it. Let's just clean the airwaves. Kwani tutashinda hivi? Yes. So that's what they told me.
What's your attachment style?
Mine is also anxious. But let's discuss first of all what attachment styles are. So attachment styles are first of all formed when someone is very young,
Okay.
the age of your child.
Oof.
From the moment someone is born,
Wow.
attachment style yake inaanza kukua formed hapo. So kuna different theories zenye zina explain attachment styles, but basically the most popular one is 2 children were placed in a room, and then, so let me use you, Maggie, since you have a child. So it's you and
Aria.
so since you and Arya, we put you in this room together, okay? And then we remove you from that room. And then, so for example, when Arya kwa your room, mnapendana, you are attending, when she cries, you go and you carry her, and then you unambembeleza. When she comes to talk to you, you are giving her an ear to listen.
Yeah.
You're dependable, yeah? Alafu tukutoe kwa hiyo room, so alafu tukurudishe. Alafu hiyo cycle iplay tena. Mnanielewa? Hiyo cycle iplay tena, tukurudishe, tukutoe, tukulete tena, sawa? Alafu sasa vile tumekuleta tena, umekuwa different. Anakukujia, nataka kulia, umbebe, haumbebi. Okay? Alafu, as in, you're not as supportive as you were the first
before,
2 times.
yeah.
Alafu tukutoe. How this child will behave in those three different times tumekutoa kwa room are different. So the first 2, ukienda, kutakuwa na expectation that anarudi. Sindio? That's number 1. Kutakuwa na expectation that anarudi. Na akirudi, atafanya the same things amefanya. Unaget? So that one creates a secure attachment.
Okay.
Okay, so secure attachment basically means this person is sure of themselves. In layman language, this person is sure of themselves. They understand their strengths and their weaknesses. They're willing to work on them. And when they relate with other people, they're not projecting any kinds of traumas on the other people. Unaelewa? Mnafanya tu
Naelewa. Nishaanza kujijazia yangu.
Yeah, that's what this thing is supposed to do. Higher. Sasa si unakumbuka tulikutoa mara ya 3 ukicheza na Arya from this scenario. Kumbukeni scenario, guys.
So hii tatu before mnitoa, I didn't respond to her.
You didn't respond
Yes.
to her, and then you come back. Okay? And then now she's trying to cry, and then you respond to her. And then we remove you. Tuko pamoja? Tukuremove. Tukurudishe. Uact kama ile time ya kwanza venye ukurespond.
So what are we trying to get here with the child?
I'm coming there. alafu sasa tumekutoa mara ya 5 tunakurudisha sasa ndani, alafu una behave kama ile time nyingine huko unataka stories za huyo mtoto. Tukikutoa tena, the first thing that will happen is this child will not expect for you to come back.
That is so sad.
This child will not expect to, akutakuwa na any expectation. Ama kama kutakuwa na expectation, atakuwa very anxious sasa. Hatakuwa sure a behave aje.
Oh my God.
She will not be sure if she cries, you will carry her.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
She's not going to be sure if she says, Mami nataka hii, that you will give her.
Give it to her.
You understand? So these experiments were done on different children. I just had to use this specific child so that people get.
Yeah.
I hope I've done a good job at explaining. But basically, that's how attachment styles are formed. So, kuna 2 types of attachment styles. Kuna secure, alafu kuna insecure attachment styles. Under insecure, kuna 3. So, muka subtopics. Mshajua malimko. So, hapa kwa secure attachment style, kuna anxious.
Secure.
Sorry, kwa insecure. Nimesema secure ama insecure?
Secure.
Sorry. Secure ni moja. So, 2 types of attachment style, secure and insecure. Then under insecure, kuna 3. Kuna anxious attachment style, fearful avoidant, fearful avoidant and disorganized. Ushajua maliko. And disorganized. Sasa hapa kwa anxious, mi niko anxious. So unakumbuka mtoto sasa alikuwa hayuko sure afanye nini. Kwa sasa nikilia ama atanichapa. Okay? Ama nikilia ama atanisikiliza. Kuna hiyo anxiety. Alafu wa avoidant ni atajifanya hauko kwa room. So unakumbuka ulikuja na huko ana story yake, pia yeye ana story yako. Okay? And then sasa kuna disorganized. Disorganized hata wajuangi ufanye nini. Disorganized atakukujia kama anahitaji kitu na aende na ako sawa. Haoni kama anakukosea. So what happens is these attachment styles,
so disorganized anakuja tu kwako when they need you.
most of them. So unaonanga kuna watu wanasemanga, dem ni user. Dem si user.
Disorganized.
She's just disorganizedly attached. Maybe one day she'll come and she'll be like, how are you, guy? It's been so long.
And then they go silent for
hata kupigia na ako sawa na si ati mmekosana. So hizo ni attachment styles, and most people fall in the insecure. Yeah. Especially people who are raised by single parents, most of them are very insecurely attached. Or if you come from a very strict family, you're insecurely attached, and mostly it's anxious. Or if you come from very cruel parents, people pleasers, anxious attachment. Unajua anxious ndio inakwanga na watu wengi sana. So these attachment styles, they affect how you deal with everyone in your life. Just remember, even when we were starting, we were saying that there's this person that I don't want to mention the name, that they're very good at what they do, but you can't depend on them. Utapata huyo mtu ako disorganized. Mkiwa pamoja, you have very good stories. Mmeconnect. Mkutoka hapo. Ama patana hata kwa njia hata anaweza kupita. And na si ati yako ni ubaya. Ni tu, juu ya kuweke wapi. Wacha niseme hivyo.
Ndio tuambie ya secure.
So secure, nilikuwa nataka kumaliza nayo, but it's okay. So watu wenye wako securely attached in relationships, wako sawa. They will be able to deal with you as they are seeing you.
So secure haina sub whatever.
Secure ni secure.
Okay.
Na kumbuke secure ni yule mtoto mwenye
the parent was dependable.
The parent was dependable.
The environment was conducive.
Yeah, they had good communication and good connection with their primary caregiver. So in case you're intending on having children, this is something that you need to understand, because you're forming someone's attachment style for the rest of their lives.
So since we have many people kwa anxious, kwa insecure attachment styles, kumaanisha parents are out here mishandling their baby.
And probably parents even also don't know their attachment styles.
I feel like for me, we've mentioned it, I think, in a couple of videos ago, that people are there's this space to bash this generation and say X and X and X and X. But for me, I think one thing I love about it is how we are embracing therapy and mental health and people figuring out.
Yes.
Well, I didn't
self-awareness and all that.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I can clap for this generation for.
Wow.
Because again, you've had people saying that our parents, most of them didn't know what they were doing.
Hey, they are
Most of them thought they were doing the right
through it,
thing.
yeah.
And also, when we grow and we get older, we will realize that at some point, our parents were right in how they were treating us. Especially ukiambiwa, wachana na Karo. Karo si msichana mzuri. And then you come to realize actually Karo was what we call backstabbers. And the examples can vary, but in how they relate with their children.
Yes.
Me, I can't say that there's any parent who knows how to deal with all of their children.
Yeah.
So
again, kwa hiyo part ya secure, si wako a handful ama kuna
Ebu, by the way, you are describing secure, alafu tukakukat short. Ebu describe umalize.
So watu wenye wako securely attached, first of all you will realize that they have good communication. Huyo anatakuja kwambie, hey, me aki I don't usually like when I plan a meeting and you come late, so let's reschedule if you're busy.
They're very upfront about their needs. How about my sister?
Very upfront about their needs. And they will also uphold your needs with the same seriousness that they uphold theirs.
Okay.
So kama wanajua sio kawa wapendi kuambiwa hii, they will uphold it. You get? And then also in conflict, hakutakuwa na reactions za wewe unanifanya nini?
They won't be defensive.
Yeah, they will communicate their perspective and wait to listen to yours. I mean, the characteristics are a lot, but I'm just mentioning the few. So in romantic relationships, you definitely want to be that secure person.
Definitely.
And that is actually, you see, I think I said something that I need to take back. In as much as these attachment styles shape you for a greater for majority of your life, you can change it.
Okay.
You can work towards being secure. Si ati sasa juu wewe uko anxious.
Utabaki hapo.
Utasimanga tu, jamii nakwanga anxious si attached. And then now you're wearing it
on your neck.
Yeah.
For the
No.
world to see.
We should all be striving towards becoming securely attached.
Yes.
Because it is the best. It's easy to relate with someone who's securely attached.
Yeah.
And then if you're anxiously attached, utakuwa tu like, what? That guy is a lot. Me, I can't handle. Yet huyo ndo ako sawa, unafaa kukua hivyo. So that, ebu imagine if we had two secure parents. So definitely we are going to have a secure child.
Yeah.
So if you have avoidant
And anxious.
So you're going to have avoidance.
And disorganized. You're going to have disorganized.
Yes, you'll have disorganized. Most likely. Kwa sababu sasa nini ita happen hapa, you understand? Anyway, so tumediscuss secure. So hapa kwa anxious.
No, mi hata siko kwa anxious.
Mi niko kwa anxious.
Mi niko kwa avoidance.
Mi niko saa zingine sijui.
I think I need to take the test, basi.
Kuna test.
Yes.
You test by the way. We might actually need to all do it. So, watu wenye wako anxiously attached, most of them wanakuanga na, as the word suggests, anxiety. Hawajuangi wafanye nini. Saa zingine tu, yani they're on the edge. Watu wanatuitanga overthinkers. Yani overthink situation,
analyze.
You have analyzed, you get into a relationship that Tiffany, you were saying, you get into a relationship where you've envisioned marriage and 2 kids in a palace, praise God.
Hallelujah.
That is what anxiety entails. And also now
Wait. Because she has envisioned 2 kids in a palace, that is anxiety.
let me tell you, avoidant and what is the other, disorganized, afikangi huko. In fact, avoidant ukikujanga tu hivi anakupiga mablock. For avoidant people, you have to constantly prove yourself.
So what will a secure person do if an anxious, insecure, anafanto about that, and now we are telling her she's insecure? What will a secure person do?
What if the person is secure but he doesn't want to be with you?
No, wait.
Your question is, Magi anauliza, si umesema mtu ameingia kwa relationship na already ashaanza ku envision marriage. Okay, I think what I should have said is mmeenda first date na umeshaanza kufikiria.
Now that makes sense. Yes. Now that makes sense.
So at the end
okay.
of
Wewe uko na wedding gown. na harusi Windsor.
What, tell me about yourself.
Na bado oh, talking self 101, you know.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ama
all
utapata mtu
that.
anasema ni introvert, but they just need to be sure the kind of person that you are.
Okay.
And then they
So that's now the avoidant.
That's avoidant.
Eh.
Avoidant. Hey, guy. Avoidant.
Anyways, if you're not that bad,
Avoidant, you will plan a date. Am I lying?
but let's hear it.
Rain check. Hi. Rain check. Meanwhile, she's in bed. Am I lying?
No.
No. Yeah. So this is easy to zote zina determine how friendships work.
Yeah.
Remember, we were building up on our previous video.
Episode, yeah.
All of these things determine how our friendship works. Boundaries, personality types, and attachment styles.
Yeah.
They affect the quality of friendship that you have. Like, if you know that you have a friend who is avoidant and you're anxious. So you're anxious, you want to be with this person. Well, it is just God.
It is good.
It is good. Yeah. So you're anxiously attached, you want to be with this person, ama you really like this person and you want to be with them. Avoidant ajiski hiyo siku. Who makes the compromise? Which brings another aspect of friendship. Who brings the you are in class.
So this attachment styles, umesema they can change. You
Yeah.
can work on yourself
Yeah.
as it change. So question is, can circumstances also change them for you? Bila kujo uli change. Maybe you are an anxious, then some circumstances come along, you're now an avoidant.
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. And you might have started off secure.
You end up
Life
insecure.
You end up insecure. Yeah.
Because I think
Because of life. Okay.
even when we, as much as we're saying yes, the space of a child growing, the environment of family, they, if it's healthy, they become secure, yes, and then they're going to just go and have a pathetic boyfriend that's going to take them
Yes,
to miss.
yes.
Back to your
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then they start becoming anxious in how, and it's not that their father and mother wasn't as present or as loving. It's just that they met up with a messed up people and they become messed up.
Absolutely. And then one thing we also forgot to mention is all of these attachment styles affect someone's self-esteem. Yeah. Utapata watu wenye wako na insecure attachment. Ukiangalia kwa self-esteem vizuri. There's some aspects about themselves that they really don't like. Yeah. Which reminds me, there's this friend of mine. She blew my mind when she told me this. Tuko tunafanya naye attachment. So we're having some random conversation. And then she said, I don't know what had happened. I think I had asked her a question. And then she said, no, it was not me. It was them. So I was like, you genuinely don't think you had anything to do with it? She was like, no. And then she told me, I never take the fault for things. I never tell myself that I was the problem. It is the other people that have a problem. I was blown away.
Mad.
Because I was like, this is someone who really understands themselves.
I really.
So that's
Yes.
a good
For me,
thing.
it's coming
It is
off
because, but how many people, do you know how many people blame themselves? Mtoto ameanguka, woi, singeka kiatu yangu hapo. Mtoto angeanguka either way.
So in circumstances, maybe there are circumstances where she needs to
She
own
was not.
up.
No, she was not saying that she's not able to
doesn't
take
take
responsibility for
fault.
her actions.
Okay.
She was saying she does not blame herself for actions, and this is the example that she gave. She said, "If I'm applying for a job, and I see the qualifications, and I apply for it, and they don't call me, I never go and tell myself maybe my CV was wrong. I tell myself that they have a problem because they didn't pick me."
Interesting.
She blew my
Living
mind.
la
She's a very good friend of mine.
Hey, to all the people who have never picked me, you have a problem.
You have a problem.
Hey,
It's
you
how-
have
it's
it.
like how-
Your
it's
taste
like-
is bad.
It's like how that
Yes,
says.
that's exactly what she said.
It's like how that says, if I'm not handsome, your eyes have the problem.
Wow.
Like that type of confidence.
That girl blew it because I was like, what? And even the thing that we're talking about at that time, it's not like it was her problem, but the reason it really stood out for me is I know myself. Ningeanza boy Adelaide.
Yeah.
Wewe ndio ungefanya she said she does not. And then I came to just think about how she does her things.
It makes sense.
Hakuna pupa. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've not done your part, she'll tell you no. That's not on me, that's on you.
Hey, may we become like her. May we become
I
like
was
her.
just-
Like,
imagine.
wow.
That
She
is
really blew my mind. So I can say that she's very, very securely attached to some extent. Of course, kuna tricks of avoidance pale mahali, but I can for this friend of mine 80% very secure, because even in relationship she was like, me that guy niliambia sitaki story yake.
She doesn't compromise for long.
Na kama ana agree for relationship need the 2 days alafu tunasonga
Meisha,
mbele.
tumesonga.
Because she was telling me, she tells herself that si wewe uko na shida. Wewe ulifanya tu hii makosa, hauna shida. Get the difference, guys.
Like you're not a bad person. You might have made this mistake, but you're not bad.
Absolutely.
Doesn't change who you
Absolutely.
are. Smart.
Wow. And I think we really need to carry that. For me, sahi ndo nimeanza kuchase something that is called a career. And I think I really need that out there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. You need to be hey boy, kwanza corporate.
Yeah.
Very
Government
tricky.
is another scene altogether. Yeah.
Where?
We are sad to inform you.
Unakumbuka vile tulikwenda ile siku tulipata regret.
We regret to.
We were just like, and it was really our first. I was just like, I don't think I am ready for
Take it
this.
anymore. But anyway, you move.
Yeah, so back to the attachment styles. They really, it is possible to change for you to change from, say, for example, if you deal with a narcissistic boss, narcissistic.
Yeah, you can
Partner.
easily get to being insecure. A narcissistic friend.
Hey.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we need to be able to understand where our personality is infringing on someone else's what is the word? I don't want to use the word freedom. Let me say expression. For example, if you know that you can be able to know if you're intimidating someone. Si ni kweli?
Really?
Can you
I don't think you can. I don't think it's that automatic.
if you know yourself very well, you will know. You will know that
Okay.
if I enter this space, some people are going to be intimidated. And if you don't know, then you need to
So is that a problem for me?
it's not a problem for you, but you'll be able to deal with that person. You'll be able to accommodate so that they are not.
Oh, you know that in this space, this person is going to be intimidated.
Oh, so
hence
that
I
you
need
know how to handle
accommodate
them.
Yes.
Okay.
Accommodate. So that exactly.
So me not knowing that I'm intimidating someone, is that a problem?
I don't know where to put it.
Because for me, I'm thinking in such a space of the person being intimidated, if you're not aware of it, and if this is a relationship you are pursuing, I think the person should bring it up. Not that you're intimidating me, or rather, I think that the conversation should be like that.
They can also say
Yeah.
you're intimidating
Yeah.
me. It's
Yeah.
just how they say it.
Yeah.
But I think you remember you had mentioned previously about reading the room. If you read a room,
You can
you'll
tell.
be able to know someone who's intimidated by you and is trying to put you down, or someone who feels intimidated by you and wants to put you close for their own personal gain. I mean, if you read into a room, you'll be able to
You'll be able to
discern.
tell. Okay.
So who are you saying I'm supposed to accommodate between those two?
Huyo mwenye
Wants to put me close.
not the one who
Wote,
wants to
ama?
put you, the one who is intimidated by you and is trying to shrink themselves.
Okay.
Oh, themselves.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought I should accommodate, and they want to shrink me.
But even the ones who want to shrink you,
I accommodate them how?
You can just knowing how to handle them
Yes.
when they come at you.
for example, huyu mtu for example, si unajua ni mrembo, alafu you're in a room with someone who is equally as beautiful, but
they
feels
don't
like you
know.
are prettier than
Than them.
than
Okay.
them.
Okay.
And then they start making swabs. Na hizo
Yeah,
macho zako
make
ni
them
kubwa,
I don't think I'm mature enough. Because for me, I would make them back.
you'll make them back. Okay, that is you knowing how to deal with them.
Because I'm thinking if your first response is for you to take jabs at me, then you're ready for a fight that I'm willing to throw hands. So you get, because I'm feeling if you feel
Yeah.
intimidated by me, because normally if you're in a space where someone is intimidating you, personally as Tiffany Sioka, I take a step back and I'm like, why am I intimidated? Firstly, it's because they are able to articulate themselves better than I do. Okay, so that's something that I need to work on as Tiffany Sioka. So what can I get from this person? You understand? So for me, I'm like, I think I have that problem. So since I do that, I usually think
Expect
everybody
should do that,
So if you're ready
yeah.
to come and take jabs at me, I'm also ready to throw them back
Intimidation usually grows to jealousy very fast.
quickly.
What I'm saying is you just need to be able to know if this is pure intimidation, because mkisha kwa mabeshte intimidation yuisha.
You Isha, exactly.
Okay.
But kama kunapo hiyo jealousy aspect, Huyo ni Jezebel. Okay, I'm joking, but
We
that's
get,
someone
we
you
get
need
what
to
you're
put
saying.
at an arm's
Yeah.
length. Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. So the reason I brought up the intimidation part is as you evolve with making new friendships, especially for us. You know, Magia amesema yako sawa. Na mabeshte, hataki
No,
kuongeza.
I said I can make new friends,
But you're not
but
willing
I'm
to
not
add.
willing to.
Add them into your close circles.
Yes.
For me, I don't mind, by the way.
Same.
Me, I don't mind
Aye.
adding people into my
Me,
close.
I'm jealous. I should be the only one in that close circle.
It's like when Maggie would have a problem. I don't know if she still has a problem of hanging out with other people. She calls you and you're hanging out with someone else.
Imagine Magia hajainifanyia hizo. Not unless I don't
No,
remember.
na feelingi ni venye tu sijai kuonyesha cause I know better. I know siwezi kufungia maisha yako pia, but
Oh,
mu feel.
Anajicancel.
Oh, shame.
So when the first time Sioka and I talked about it, for me it was like, wow, you also experienced that, as in I felt so good. I was relating with her
'Cause for-
in that
yeah, I've
area
also
because
been
I
in that
felt
place.
like sometimes I'd feel like I'm a bad person. Kwani you don't want Spencer to have another friend, or you don't want Tata to hang out with someone else. Kwani what's wrong with you? That's why I'd. But now when we talked about it, I stopped feeling bad about it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Yes.
sorry. But no, for people like us, we will need to just be able to know that you tukiwa kwa hii space, and then you know there's some people that you go with to different places and then you see their different sides. Hey, and then you're like, yo, you had this side, I did not know.
I did not know.
Absolutely. Sasa ukisha, that's why guys, we need to be so self-aware,
Yeah, intentional.
such that we see if this person is going to make me sin or not. And you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Me, I
You know.
know. Yes.
You need to be so so self-aware such that you know if you're going to make this person sin. Kama unajua wewe unaweza peleka hii mbogi hellfire.
Hey, na discussion ya lao ni deep. Maybe subscribe.
Yeah.
Hey, we can't be giving you all this
For
information.
free?
Alafu you're not
Subscribe and
subscribing.
share.
Subscribe and share. Yes. Share with your friends.
Kama you need to be so self-aware because it will make you make the right decisions. Wewe sasa kama wewe tu ni unaona kama Magia anajua yeye she's willing
That
to
is her
accommodate
limit
yeah, that's
to
her
this
boundary.
point.
So hata mtu akikuja sana utamwambia
This is not something
huyu
that we
anakuja
have
sana,
discussed,
yeah. And even you'll be able to pace yourself because even you have to hold yourself accountable to your boundary. That's
Yeah.
something we forgot
Yeah.
to say. You have to hold yourself accountable to your boundary.
Come to think of it, it's possible for someone to have different close circle.
Yes.
Okay.
Very possible.
Then I think I have a close circle when it comes to motherhood and marriage. Okay.
And that is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
As we have a close circle when it comes to singlehood.
My sister, we are leaving that too. We are leaving each
That
other.
hood, we are the tail. You get.
Yes. Hey.
And that's fine. You know, that is perfectly fine. So,
Yeah.
but you just need to be so self-aware.
Sijui mbona nimesikia oh yeah for it.
Oh yeah, what's prospering?
Uko sawa?
You're prospering.
Such a ladies.
Yeah, we are the cheerleaders of the
Address us
single
properly.
presidents. Yeah, so I think basically this video has achieved its purpose.
Yes, yes.
And I think
very.
now what I would want us to do is we need to know our attachment styles. Personality types, know the different ones. Know your primary personality type, know your leadership style and your relationship style. Sasa ya hapo ya relationship itakusaidia kujua ya parenting venye ita manifest. How you will parent with your partner, yeah.
Interesting.
Juu utapata me I have a friend who says bwanake asichape mtoto wake, you know. She prefers to be the disciplinarian. That's a conversation that they can have
With the husband.
with the husband. The husband aseme sawa umchape lakini usimchape kofi. You see. That's and then it's so for you, Maggie, now once you understand yourself you'll be able to make healthy boundaries for Arya.
Yeah.
You'll be able to make healthy boundaries for your entire family. Because now you're the one who's going to set the standard for your family. Hey, unatuoye, your responsibility is bigger.
Is a lot.
Beba tu msalaba yako. Pia si tunabeba msalaba yetu.